Welcome back to the land of ADD and real men that don't sit to pee. So here's the story. Once or twice a year, I gotta go down to the old organic mechanic in the city and get him to go over the old undercarriage and make sure everything's still ticking the way it should.
I want you to give this scumbag a cavity search. I'm talking roto-rooter. Don't stop till you reach the back of his teeth.
I mean, what is liver and kidneys and stuff? I mean, you know, the good Lord blessed you with a couple of each of those, and you know, you gotta wear them out. Well, normally, I just jump in the truck, stick on some JRE, and pin her on down the highway, go get the old organic and kind of check up, dialed in. No worries, no fuss, everything's mint. But then the ADD kicked in hard, and then I was on the old Facebook Marketplace, and I was on the old Ritchie Bros website, and one thing led to another, and I bought yet another hot pile. So I definitely have a minty vidya on the go, and the truck is right here, and it's going to be a gooder, and you probably end up seeing it before this vidya, depending on how hard the ADD kicks in. Oh, and Willard was eating floor dry earlier. 15 minutes I watch him eating floor dry. Done. So yeah, hopefully this video is out after that video gets done, but I mean, you never know where the ADD might take you. The squirrelage is real. So anyhow, I went on the old Ritchie Bros website, done some bidding, done some witness, some bids. My buddy didn't want it, I wanted it. It was a good deal. It was a mint deal. And well, now I gotta go get it. And for everybody making fun of my old man shoes in the last video, how dare you? To shoe a one-legged horse is a hard debacle. I mean, I got orthotics in there. I'm getting old.
She's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old. Too old.
Old, fat, crippled, and even more of an alcoholic. So, you know, you got to work from the ground up, and I got to start with what foot I have left. But I'm going to saddle up this old Ford, head her to the city. In the right with her, dog. You don't need to worry about buying junk that's 300 miles away. In the right with her, dog. All right, let's hit the highway. So she's gonna be a minty trip here. I don't feel like paying for hotels again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses here. Can you believe that some minty prick threw this suitcase out of the dump? Yeah, found it a couple weeks ago. She's mint. It's got wheels on it. It's like my house.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
Those are just rip off. So we got all the riggings there for staying in an old hotel Ford. I mean, that's just a good time. I love sleeping in this whole thing, especially when you leave it run all night, and that turbo that I found at the dump just builds up with all the oil, and then you drive away in the morning and just blast blue smoke out over those greasy hippies. Mint. Alrighty, well, last night was uneventful. Made her here safe and sound. The old Ford ran minty as fuel switch might have gotten swapped over a little while ago there, and oh, I dumped about at least 3 or 4 gallons of diesel on the highway. The guy behind me with diesel all over the front of his fancy pants car.
It's running old. It's running old, fellas.
He wasn't so stoked about the dieselage, but it's the way she goes. Well, we made it to the RV yard here, safe and sound, everything. The lady said that all the inoperable vehicles are over here.
Inoperable mean that it cannot perform its usual function, or it can also mean used up, thrashed on. That only a drunk, fat, crippled redneck would want. No one else wanted this piece of shipping crate. Then boom, this drunk head swoops in and buys it up.
Well, let's go find our brand used pile of man, I love the RV yard. Always all kinds of minty shit. All of it. Oh yeah. Minty junk for days. It's meant to see it on the internet and then see it here in real life. It's kind of badass. Oh, I didn't know they had a dirty old finger bang RV going on. Look at that thing. Sam Losco special.
Don't think I haven't noticed those sly caveman references.
This sassy old Ford right here, this blue Ford, mint, went for 1,100 bucks. I don't know how much the old Chevy went for, but she's fucking sweet. I think got fucking mud tires on the back, mint. Where is our shipping crate? Oh, minty Ford service truck. What a treat. This old sweetheart's got some kind of a diesel fired mill up for a water pump on the back. That thing must load like a mother Ford. Wait a minute, just well, at least you know what's wrong with it. Still better than the Dodge front end. Is that her? Oh yeah, so I bought my very first Ferrari, by the way. I mean, a man owns a Ferrari now, it's probably kind of a big deal. Oh, I see it. I see that piece of shit. Oh yeah, there she is. Just a hot pile of shit. What a treat. All half the interior's inside of it. All tore apart. That's what it looks like so far. Let's go have a gander. Well, here she is. I mean, the dead roll's pretty badass. Oh, these sweet. Look at the size of these hammer wrenches. Look at the size of that thing. Holy mint. There's a whole assortment of hammer wrenches in here. Real lightweight too. Put them on the bottom. Is this door shut? No. She held shut with a bungee cord. Mint. So I cut. Oh, it stinks like Dodge guy in here.
Standing tradition of Pride Weekend in the city, meant to celebrate community, brings in the crowd.
The key is just bunged out of it. Dodge door panel, stunned. So we're about to figure out if it was a good deal or not. Let's see if the Dodge dash is kicked in. Oh yeah. Anybody want a tortilla chip? Dodge dash. Oh, just so everybody knows, I paid for this thing already. Anybody watching from Ritchie Bros? I'm not wrecking on your guys'. All right, well, let's check under the hood here. Does it have a powertrain left in it? Oh yeah. Oh, the steady bearing on it was just thundered. Oh, her name's Irene. Check the jewelry box out. Oh yeah, bud. Oh, someone done just a massive a job with the wiring. I wonder, is there any oil in it? So that could be bad. That's brand new oil. That could be real bad. So either that's a real good thing or a real bad thing. But looking at how the truck is and how sacked out it is, it's probably a really bad thing. Holy sweet fiddlers.
Who made this big mess?
Now it would be nice to drive this thing onto the trailer. I can't winch it. I got the winch. This picker's gonna be badass. Let's see here. Do I have a Dodge key? So I can't fiddle around with the thing too long. They're probably gonna kick me out of here. What for? I can't sit around here all day and the yard just about closed. I was supposed to be here for tomorrow, but they said it ain't open for the weekend because of the ass Canada holidays. Oh, key turns forward with a knife. We gotta just see. We'll put a jumper pack on it, see what happens. This cab's not in that bad a shape. Not bad for a shipping crate. They're usually just rotten. Check out the Dodge electrical problems. It's all of it. Oh, is that on or off? I don't know what's on or what's off. Already minty hair lips and half wits. So this riggins here is called a peso valve or a rota valve, and you have to have one of these minty pricks for working in the oil patch. And basically all it does is it goes in the intake and your air goes through here. And so a diesel engine, they don't need a spark to run. So if you give them fuel, they'll run. And if you're on a location with a load of gas, it's gonna run. So what happens is the gas will start coming through here.
We got a gas alarm.
And the diesel engine will start to run away on it, which is real bad. And once it hits a certain RPM, this thing actuates about this way, and then it shuts the air intake off. So when you see me hook the battery up, it basically just shut the air off. So the thing can't run away. There's a switch inside the cab port, which is pretty good because the Dodge electrical completely fell out of the thing, and the shut-off solenoid for the injection pump was just. Oh, but that might start. We'll see. We're not going to have that much cranking power.
That's a lot of dimp.
Not enough crank for Fox Creek, but it does sound like the engine's in good shape. The dash, it's full Dodge. Tortillas. All right, well, I gotta get this thing out of here. What for, they're gonna be closing the yard and I'm gonna be stuck in it. So I'll take this guy out, and I think I see the Princess Auto just down the road. I didn't bring any batteries because the picture, I think, on the auction showed that it had batteries in it, but clearly that was a lie. Well, the beauty yard guy over there give me a hand pulling her out, and I got her pointed the right way here now. Give me 10 acres and I'll turn this piece around. So hopefully there's enough juice left in that trailer battery to pull this whole pile of on there. It'll be fine. The yard guy at old Ritchie Bros are always nice to a feller. The yard guy at the Grand Prairie, your mintiest, the loader guys, everybody there is good.
Look!
You know what? We're gonna go right along that sway bar, cause Dodge. It looks like the front end of this thing is all brand new, all rebuilt. Imagine that. Imagine my surprise. All right, wireless winch. We're moving. Mint. Oh, this piece of has power windows on it. Oh, it's gonna be hot. There was one time or another where I actually heard a couple Dodge guys say that only the dash is up when they're down south in the heat all the time. Well,
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
this is clearly wrong. This is an oil Burton truck and that dash is thunder. I bet you this piece of would have started though.
Hard no. It's a hard no.
Uh-oh. Legs are catching. You have to put the legs up more, I guess. I don't know how the oh, there we go.
Infernal machine!
Well, that ain't gonna work. See how the other side is. I hope this piece of fits on the trailer. We're gonna have to do some blocking here. All right, well, I don't have any proper blocking, but I do have a box full of oh, for Fox Creek, are you serious? That's bad.
That didn't sound for oh.
That's real bad. Oh no. We're gonna see if we can pull this thing off of here. And what do you think the chances are that this is gonna slide off of there? Oh, pretty good. Maybe. Oh man. Already meow, let's put the under the wheel and hopefully this goes down out. Oh yeah, man. Well, this thing can go under there too. Are we clearing? Oh, we're clearing. I think we might be good. Oh yeah, we're golden. These Princess Auto wireless winches are the fucking ticket. You don't even need a swamper. But then again, if you don't have a swamper, there's nobody to blame your ups on. Oh yeah, that's good deflection on that tie rod. That's fine. Will the ramps go up? Oh yeah, those ramps will go up. Man, quick body work here on the fenders. Tire down, good to go. This thing got brand new tires on. Well, brand used anyway.
They look like
That's called foreshadowing.
That's always the justification a hillbilly will use when he bought something he didn't need. And to all the ladies watching out there, that's always going to be the hillbilly justification as to why the he bought the thing he bought. Oh, tires brand new on it. Barely even that. There's no women that watch this channel anyway. Don't worry, fellas, I'm not giving away our secrets. All right, well, being in the direct sunlight for a while, loading up this pizza and having nothing but beer and donuts in my system. My blood is it's about the consistency of pancake batter, so we're probably gonna stroke out at any second. But if you guys end up watching this, that means I didn't die. Man. All right, so this piece of nobody wanted, and I'm gonna give her a real nice home, real loving, caring.
But wait, there's more.
And this is also a piece of that I'm gonna give another loving, caring home. Can you believe nobody wanted this pile of like, what a sweetheart. It's got a Ford mill in it, got a John Deere mill in the back. It's just like the last street sweeper, except for a way less motor. Look at the wiring. All right, let's see if she fires up. All right, to the feller abroad with a keen ear, well, you'll be hearing something that sounds a lot like water.
Water sucks.
And where the water is, well, it might be in the cylinder. And what am I doing to rectify that? Well, I'm just I got the boost pack on it, I got the old Crummins hooked up to it, and I got both batteries in the truck charged up. And I'm just gonna crank right through it. That'll be fine.
Oh, and you gotta hose the now in Cosby sauce as soon as she starts to chew. That's the way she goes.
Does that fire right back up? Oh yeah. I have no idea how this thing works. Will she move? Oh yeah. Fully functional. Mint. $3,000. All right, well I think fired up minty. What we're gonna do, man, my fat ass is sweating like Cosby and Cord again. But we're gonna go ahead, get the 59 out of here. Just mint to confirm that that old piece runs. And yeah, let's off. And go see what's crappening with the old chipping crate.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
All right, so a lot of spittle between the last time I turned my camera on and meow. So I pulled into the old Napa here in, I think I'm in Leduc, Alberta. That's same town as Ritchie Bros auction. And like, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate and I'm gonna get this piece of Dodge going. I had a gander around what she needed, and she definitely needs some batteries. Is that brake line ripped completely off?
Squirrel.
No, the brake line's on there. Man, I went underneath it, checked out. The steady bearing was absolutely thunder.
We have 1,000 trillionaires in America.
So I heard my fat crippled ass up and I cut the out of that thing. It was in some pretty hard condition, being that it had been like that for a while. So I just cut the living out of it and brought her in there. They had one in stock, which is badass. So yeah, we got the drive shaft all pulled out of her. We got the steady bearing all dialed in. I don't even know if it runs yet. Not a clue. But I figured if we were gonna get it running, we were gonna get it going, we might as well get off the pot, right? All right, so let's see if we can't fiddle the old steady bearing back onto her. It's gonna be a bit of a debacle. I'm kind of lacking for tools. Oh, and I absolutely the shaft up trying to pull it off because I'm stunned. So usually a guy would use a press for putting something on like this. What in 2 dirt lumps over a wooden sandal are those guys talking about over there? They're clicking and popping and beep popping. So we're gonna need something to beat this thing with that isn't the actual steady bearing. So I was having a gander in the back there, and there was a pile of these hammer wrenches. Oh, I mean, every wrench is a hammer if you don't give a. There's a whole set of these pricks in here. So I had to find out what these. So I was having a gander, and look at this, 434 Canadian pesos for one of these hammer wrenches, and I think there's a whole set of each, or like, I don't know if there's metric and standard, but there's all of it. Look at the price of these pricks. If anybody out there needs a set of hammer wrenches, I'm your man. I think this is gonna be her. This guy goes on there like so. We'll beat the living out of that. That's on there. We're even doing it properly, eh? Dust shield and the rest. So this guy goes on like so. The old one can go in there, and the hammer wrench can go over here. We'll use the smaller of the two. We'll just wail on this thing. Doing the whole Napa parking lot rebuild on this piece of shit. It's just gonna be a treat. So how did that work? I just used these hammer wrenches and I beat the out of them with a hammer to get the job done, but it was clearly from the side. Is that using them properly? I don't know. It worked. Oh, you can't argue with results. All right, well, I'm halfway through putting the drive line back together, and those guys over there have boob bop and be booping the whole time. If you had to ask me what language you were speaking, I'd have to say it's a mix between Team America and Tokyo Drift. Yeah, I don't know what English they're speaking, but it ain't my kind of English, I tell you that.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, man.
Oh, and just so you minty pricks know, I'm parked right underneath the airport landing strip. It's badass. There's some big old planes hanging overhead. All right, well, I spared all you minty pricks watching the struggle of this dirty, greasy old cripple strip every head off of them drive shaft yoke bolts there. But yeah, looks pretty good. Drive shaft straps are all dialed in. Hanger bearing doesn't look like the old one, not all up. Let's go fiddle with some batteries. Oh, I shit my pants. But no, the biggest reason I bought a fuel filter for this hot rod was because you guys gotta have a gander at this. I kept getting a whiff of diesel here and there. Well, first off, fuel cap is so that's probably not good. But she's got this little roof over her tool shed. Well, bit of a problem being that somebody has pulled the sending unit out of this thing and was dinking with it. Now, I don't know as to why. There's no electric fuel pump on these things. Well, at least not that I know of. It shouldn't have an electric fuel pump on it. So we do have a bit of an issue here. I don't know why the that was pulled out. Real men don't pull out.
That's right.
But yeah, so we're gonna stuff this thing back in there, and I hope that she doesn't have 8 million gallons of water in it. It has been raining like crazy lately, so we're gonna around and we're gonna find out. All right, well, let's pop the ranch open. Get rid of this door panel. Junk. The door should still open. Oh, the door handles. Oh, it's all Saskatchewan and rolled chrome back together. I mean, I guess Ford's not the only one that has a problem with the old door. Why does everything on a Dodge look like a Dodge, guys? All right, what we're gonna do is get, hopefully the electrical's not so up that the windows won't roll down. Pop open the old ranch. All right, so let's get a couple batteries in the piece and see what the happens. Checking her vitals out a little bit more here. It's got coolant in it. Well, that's good. And I think she might just be a runner. She might be mint.
You sure about that?
She might be, but she also might be mint. Look at the extra Dodge wiring in here. That is troubling. Is that so? Oh, that's so this thing here, that's a rev control. So if this thing over revs, it trips this thing and shuts her down. I don't know what the that's wiring. Oh, is that the fuel pump shut off? Is that what's going on there? I think this might be fuel shut off. They got something going on there. Let's splay all these wiring though. Oh, look at the size of that cocksucker. Look at that thing. You know, you Dodge guys are always lipping off about how great your shipping crates are and blah, 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 blah. But you go ahead and work on a 12 valve inside of a Ford versus inside of one of these pieces of shit. Like, what a nightmare this pile of garbage is. Junk. What in the going on here? There is some extra wiring.com that is seriously. All right, so let's grab a wrench and tighten those up. Mint. All right, I'll see if she fired up. So left for dead in dead row at Ritchie Bros Auctions. Bought her out of dead row. Let's see if she cheeches. I think it'll cheech right out. 12 valve for Fox Creek.
No bueno.
All right, well, she cranks like a mother, which is good, but it ain't no fire at all. Oh yeah, this thing's on run, but I think someone, oh, this Dodge, there's no room to work on it, it's junk, but I think someone might have with the fuel shut off, maybe. No, I think it's there. All right, so all the Dodge electrical you can remove from one of these trucks, the better. The thing's junk. Let's see if she fires. Take 2 of shipping crate, fire up. Is she gonna shoot? All right, I guess she didn't cheat. All right, well, we gotta go under here and have a gander at her fuel lines here. I don't know if they're all f***ed up from Dodge stuff or previous owner stuff or whatever the stuff, but this is them there. They look pretty good here. Well, here's the lines here. I think Dodge has like this plastic fused dog into the metal. Yeah, it's junk. Have I mentioned that I hate Dodge yet? Junk. Shipping crate. Oh yeah, and Dodge had to add their own proprietary blend of with their junky fuel. Well, they got a fuel bowl heater and another junk on there. Oh, more wiring. Hey Dodge, how much wiring do you need in a 12 valve? Dodge guys be like, all of it. Yeah, this thing's a real difficult piece of work on when it's inside of a dog. Junk. Every 12 valve I've ever had, immediate fuel bowl heater delete. Junk. All of it's junk. Yeah, we're gonna have to fiddle this thing. I'm gonna have to do a complete delete on all that garbage. So the best thing about this debacle is I got, well, I'd say I got everything in there to make this piece of run. Cause I mean, I burnt gummer the out of my old Ford.
When you need it and don't have it, you sing a different tune.
Proper previous planning prevents piss poor performance. But I don't know, man, this pile of garbage that Dodge puts in here with all this mint motor, like why? Why is all this extra in here? You guys are stunned. All right, I just need an easier way to get to the primer bulb on this pile of all right, let's pump it up. I think we might have a problem with a fuel pump here. That's no big deal. We got the way to fix that. I wonder, we're gonna undo that banjo fitting and see if we're getting any fuel coming into the pump. Man, I think it's a dusty whore. Yeah, we're gonna undo this banjo fitting over here and see if we're not getting any flow going to the pump. So we should have fuel squirting out of that thing. Right, Chicken Louie. All right, just to show you minty pricks as to what the fiddle is going on. I got this prick right here on the primer bulb and the pump, and I'm pumping every little out of it. And I got this 3/8 Princess Auto fuel line, or I guess air line that identifies the fuel line, running to a jerry can with 1202 in it. And I'm trying to get to prime, but the problem here is that I've still incorporated way too much Dodge into this scenario, and the fuel bowl heater, something's fiddle inside of it, and it's not allowing dirty old diesel to flow up the line. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it was junk. All right, well, I am getting diesel all over my winch there. I've been pumping the out of this whole fuel pump. I think we're getting somewhere. So let's pinch that off and go crank her up.
What the was that?
I think our fuel pump is chooched no more. I'm pretty sure that's what the buckle is. But I think we can get that fuel pump out of there. We can swap her out. I'm pretty sure I got one in the Crummins here. So if you want to do a little bit of hillbilly CSI, and no, I didn't shoot anybody with a here. It could be the reason that the fuel pump sending unit was taken apart on the tank was taken apart because some mouth-breathing mongoloid thought the fuel pump was in there, and that's why it wouldn't start. So that's a good thing. Now we know why the fuel tank is wide open. I think this is a genuine Cummins fuel pump made in China. Yeah, it is. Brand new fuel pump. All right, let's pull the out of there. I gotta ask, what you head Mopar no car idiots out there, does it actually say to remove the inner fender or something to get at these fuel pumps on these Dodges? Because I've never done one on a Dodge. Done lots on Fords, never on a Dodge, but my is that hard to get to. And if I didn't cut a hole in that inner fender, there was no way I was getting to that thing. No, we'll just stick the new one in there and say it. I you hillbillies not. The last time I did a 12L fuel pump was on the side of the road in this Crummins truck, and it was minus 30 out. I was not having a good time. It took me 50 minutes, not even to change the fuel pump on this thing, on the side of the road in a snowbank. Dodge is garbage. No wonder guys are pulling these motors out of these boxes. If they built good trucks, you wouldn't have to do that. Holy there are a lot of airplanes. So that thing's pissing me off. So I'm just gonna spray it with sauce, and then it's gonna fire and hopefully can prime the system. Well, the air box isn't all beat off it. Oh, do not use starting fluid.
Well, that depends. Can you go yourself?
Well, you can go yourself. People are stunned. Oh, it's not dusted or all, so that's good. Let's just give her a little hose here, a little hose there, and let's see what she does. It should fire up and hopefully pick up some of that fuel. All right, first start, and for I don't know how the long, let's see what happens. It's gonna start. She's on the sauce. Junk. Is it priming now? It should be squirting fuel everywhere because I got that banjo fitting undone. All right there, Dodge guys. Feast your eyes on this. All right, 12 valve. Yeah, minty. I liberated it from the shipping crate. Well, the shipping crate was already rotted and gone. Look at this. I'm putting my hand on the fuel pump. Dodges are junk. All right, well, we got this Mickey Mouse pile of shit tied back down. Let's go grab all the parts to de-dodge it. Junk. All right, so I had my fill on mouth-breathing mongoloids idiots, rubbernecking around, seeing what the I was up to, was fixing this dirty old shipping crate in the Napa parking lot. So I packed up all my tools and off about 50 miles down the road, went horizontal in the back seat of the old Motel Ford, woke up, strapped my leg on, was disappointed by old Tom's Honda being closed. Then I was going to go pull wrenches on the sassy old shipping crate on the side of the road, but then I realized it was along a major highway, and about 7 million new Canadians had used that side of the highway for a bathroom. So I said, this. I went to a more hillbilly spot and began ranching on the old prick. The next day, meow. I made her down the highway about 60 miles. Parked here. I thought I could wake up and have Tom's Honda, but I guess they're closed. Yeah, we're gonna hop in the old Ford here. Nah, I could use a shower. I'm pretty sure I smelled myself earlier, and I smell like Bigfoot's dick. But we're gonna pin her a little farther on down the road, and then find somewhere to work on this piece of so she can start pulling her weight. All right, well, we made her to a minty spot here. I'm in the middle of nowhere, which is mint. And when you get out of the city, it just feels better. Like, oh, everybody in that place, a bunch of mouth-breathing mongoloids. But yeah, we made her here in the middle of nowhere. Let's get to de-fiddle this pile of Dodge because this stupid fuel bowl heater. I swear that's the problem. All right, so I got rid of this giant pile of 90-degree. Like, look at how overbuilt and fiddle it is. Like, what a hot pile of garbage. Just to rig in that stupid fuel bowl heater. Oh, the good news is that the Dodge electrical never killed the battery overnight. Let's grab the old can of 1202. All right, let's pump the out of it, see what happens. If you guys are a keen observer, I actually worked on the Cummins dumpster right here in this spot, trying to figure out what hole was dead on her back when she was a gasser. All right, start dumping. More. Oh, don't worry. Once you fire it back up, that's when the cheech begins. Oh yeah. I think we're moving diesel now. Stupid fuel water separator was a guy. By the time you're done Dodgeifying this beautiful motor, you might as well just pull it out and put it in the Ford. All right, well, let's bust this open and see if we can't get fuel coming through here. Let's see if it's not gonna blow out all over the place now. Hopefully it does. Pouring all over the winch again. Oh, yeah, bud. So we got 1202 up here. All right, well, let's jump up in this old pile and see if she doesn't fire. Yeah. Man. Even idle's nice. She's a runner. Man. How's she doing for blow by? None. Man. There's a bit of a diesel leak in there, I think. I'm pretty sure it's the return line. Let's see how she tickles back up. Oh, like a treat. Now, I think it's the return line leaking. I'm not 100%. Of course, you can't see anything from underneath because the stupid Dodge. All right, so I don't think any of that was recorded because my camera's a hot pile of shit. But we got her backed up. Got to peel off the fuel water separator there. What for? Something in behind there is, right? You don't need to worry about all the 1202 leaking everywhere. All right, all sneaky minty pricks in there. Oh, I got this fuel bowl off, and I got. There's some kind of leak in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I gotta find it. I'm pretty sure it's where the return line hooks up to wherever the Dodge meets the return line. And it's... Alright, well, the wind noise here was redonkulous, but what I was trying to explain is that the return line that comes out of the back of the injection pump had a fiddle a hose clamp on it. So I had to fiddle that, and it was a piece of stripped out, but it was still tight. It was a pile of But I got her all figured out, got the leak stopped, and then we're back to her. Look at that carbon fiber leg.
Titanium alloy. It's what they use on the space shuttle.
Magic legs. So I'm gonna suck the out of there and then rely on Dodge wiring. So I'm probably... Alright, we'll turn the fuel back on. Mint. Well, let's see if it'll shoot. See if she's gonna run on the fuel that's in her tank. I hope it does. Because building a hillbilly fuel system for her, it's gonna be a debacle. Uh-oh, come on. There'll be a bunch of air in the system. Come on. Come on. Shoot, 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 shoot. You don't need to worry about the starter. Ah, don't you just hate two-part videos for Fox Creek? But just so you fellers know, I never play just to tip the dirty old Patreons. They get it full length, greasy, and uncut every time. So if you want to come join us over there, that'd be mint. But if not, I'll see you next week. Keep pooping out your pipe. Oh, before we get this rolling the show, I just want to let all you minty pricks know we got a bunch of fancy pants new swag on the old website. After a bunch of R&D, and I ain't talking about rocking it, Barb, we finally come up with some minty hats. We got the new flag. We even got a fancy pants new wallet. And of course, the Are You Stunned Willard sticker. So if you minty pricks want to get yourself some sassy pants swag, come over to ziptazandbossplay.com.